That's the one!
Hello everyone, this is the best podcast we got. I'm Justin.
And I'm Steven.
And today we are doing a movie review. In our movie review series, we will be doing Godzilla
Versus Kong.
The big ape versus the lizard.
The giant lizard. I think dinosaur.
Yeah, dinosaur.
More appropriate.
Reptar.
Reptar.
Yeah.
Versus Donkey Kong.
Curious George.
Curious George. more thematic. All right, yeah. Better analogy.
So today we're gonna talk a little bit about the story.
Yep.
Warning: there probably will be some spoilers in here. So if you haven't watched the movie, it is for free on HBO Max.
Yep.
They do not sponsor us, so we didn't say that for them.
It's kind of cool that this it's such a theatrical film. Like it was meant to be on the big screen.
Oh yeah.
You know, like I'm sure like an IMAX would be awesome to watch this movie in. But like yeah, it was just on HBO like a movie just plopped. It was very convenient. It was cool.
Definitely, it has like
It was
the
made,
big picture budget.
Yeah, it was made for the big screen. Like
it was for sure probably a great IMAX movie.
Oh yeah.
Big picture budget for the fight scenes only.
I don't know. There was some
well, they have a good cast.
no, I think what she's
probably a lot of money they spent on it.
No, I'm saying like if you look at Kong in the first clip of the movie, he looks like a straight up cartoon. But at the end of the movie, it's much more realistic.
Yeah. Even like the ship when the battle on the ships.
Yeah.
It looked good.
Mm-hmm.
It was just that first scene looked a little weird.
Bad.
It did look cartoony. It looked like a.
Oh, he gets up sharp.
Do you remember the
takes a
end
shower,
of Jimmy Neutron, or the beginning would be like, "Hi, I'm Paul." Yeah. That's what it looked like. It was that CGI.
It wasn't the best. Yeah, that was probably the weakest effects wise. Was that first scene, or maybe because it was so like bright.
Yeah.
Everything's really bright in the sun.
And artificial. He's in like an artificial.
It's not
world.
a real thing on the frame.
Yeah.
So it kind of falls into like a cartoon feel to it.
Yeah, because he starts off in that dome, that fake.
The fake dome is where you start the story.
Yeah.
And let's get into it.
Yeah.
Spoiler, by the way, it's gonna happen.
Don't worry, you're not missing much. There's not that many.
The
spoilers.
story is pretty much non-existent.
Yeah.
It is a hot mess.
This is like Saturday night Kong versus Godzilla.
They should have just did that. Celebrity deathmatch.
Yeah.
You know,
that's what it seemed like.
It would have been like the story. They set it up, and well, it's kind of to be expected, especially if you've watched the old Godzilla movies. Like the story takes the backseat to the action. Yeah. The good thing is the story ratio to the action ratio is pretty good. Like normally you have a lot.
I feel like it was a lot of action.
That's what I'm saying.
Very low story.
Thank God.
So that's what you wanted.
Yeah. That's what I wanted. But like what I'm saying is like in the older, if you compare it to the older Godzilla movies, like normally the human characters take up like 2/3 of the film.
Yeah, because they got to put in that love story.
All kinds of weird.
Which I love the fact that they didn't do that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm getting to that. Like the story's it's in and out, does its job, but it just doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah.
Like we can try to break it down because I don't think it's gonna be that fast.
Yeah.
But come to find out, I think Monarch has the dome.
No, that's Apex.
You sure it's Apex?
Yeah.
Okay, so Apex is the company
that has Kong
in a dome.
Monarch tracks Godzilla.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
So yeah, they're the Apex is the company that basically has King Kong, and Monarch tracks Godzilla.
Yeah. So now they pretty much imprisoned Kong on Skull Island with these massive, like a big barrier that has like a illusion of sky and stuff like that. It's weird. It's he's okay.
King Kong is guarded by Baxters.
You just don't steal my spotlight. But anyway, so Kong's being held prisoner in order to keep him from Godzilla. Because I guess they don't want him to fight because Godzilla can magically sense an apex predator or something that can give him a fight.
Another Titan.
Another Titan.
That's what they call them.
Yeah, the Titans.
Godzilla and Kong are Titans from a Titan world in Hollow Earth.
Yeah. Which was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, if they really took their time and, really dwelled on the Hollow Earth section of it, and, like, King Kong was originally from Hollow Earth, like the Inner Earth.
Yeah.
And he had, like, remnants of his old society or of King Kong apes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's interesting. That's cool.
Yeah.
But
there's an axe in a, like, Godzilla, like...
Oh, yeah, like, it looks like a spike from Godzilla or some kind of ore that has the radioactivity in it. Which was cool. Like, visually, it was really cool. But the way that they, it's...
Makes you wonder if they're gonna do a prequel.
No, because it's like they did it already. It's like all the fun parts revealed. It's like just hollow now. You know what I mean? They had a really good story
like
there.
Earth.
Yeah, I mean, that... I think Lost World, the original, was like that. They went inside the Earth.
Oh, really?
And then the dinosaurs, yeah. I think that was the original Lost World. Had nothing to do with Michael Crichton's, Crichton? I don't know. But, the Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
They stole the name Lost World, but the original novel had an inner Earth. That's where they go. They go inside there. So
that's pretty cool.
Something. Well, it was cool. They obviously, I think, borrowed from that. And then, it really is a hot mess of story. They take King Kong because King Kong can somehow show them the entrance to the inner Earth. So then they put him on a tanker.
Well, and they need to get to inner Earth to get a power source strong enough to fight Godzilla.
For some reason, they really need this power source at the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
They don't really explain what.
Yeah.
But they need this power source.
Which is a ongoing thing where they really don't explain a lot of what's going on. But they just keep driving forward.
Yeah,
there is going to be a fight with King Kong and Godzilla.
That's pretty much all it is. It's like pretense to a fight. And then they get to the fight. Awesome. And then it's after the fight, this has to happen and the plot lines just go speed race to the next plot point. Which is good.
Like, if you're looking for
a story,
there's not much of that.
Nothing here. If you want a story that has Godzilla in it, watch the first Godzilla, the remake that just came out. Like, that one was really good. King of All Monsters was good in the same way that it was less, the story kind of sucked a little bit on that one, but the fight scenes were epic. Mm-hmm. And then this one, best fight scenes, I think, out of the three of them.
The production value in this
is so good.
It's so good.
Like, the fights, like the fight scene between, it's mostly, I think...
Before we get into the fight scene, though, should we talk about characters?
Yeah, let's talk about characters.
Before we get to the best part.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But the characters, like, for an all-star, it's like they have a lot of good actors in this movie.
The girl from Stranger Things.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Mila Bobby.
Millie Bobby Brown. Millie. Like Millie.
Millie.
Oh, Millie.
Yeah, Stranger Things girl. Pennywise's brother.
Also known as Alexander Skarsgård.
Thank you.
Alexander Skarsgård.
And then the guy from Super 8, I don't know his name, but he was from also, I think it was like Varsity
Is he the one who played
Blues,
Bernie? The podcast guy?
No, not him. It was he was in the Peter Jackson.
Well, who did he play in the movie?
I don't know his name. He was with the Monarch guy.
He was the girl's dad.
Yeah. Yes.
Kyle Chandler is the actor's name.
He's a good actor. I like him.
He is a good actor.
He is a good actor.
He was in the movie for a whole 35 seconds.
Yeah, he really was in him. He wasn't in it much.
Most of the characters are.
Really were.
No.
It's like, give or take, they could all be in there for 35 seconds.
I will say, if I had to pick the best, like, most interesting, entertaining actors in the movie, I have to give it to the chubby fella from Deadpool 2. I don't know his name. He was, Deadpool 2.
Is that the kid?
The kid, yeah.
The little Australian kid?
Yeah.
His name is Julian Dennison.
Julian Dennison. He was funny. He was the nerdy kid that's next to...
Oh, with the Stranger Things stuff?
Yeah. he was cool. The
Their
banter
combo was
between him and the podcast guy.
Yeah.
They were the best, character.
It was comedic relief.
Yeah, that was the only thing. It made you laugh.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried to pigeonhole this relationship between this young girl and King Kong, and how they're friends and can communicate through sign language. That was probably the biggest.
That was probably the only
that really mattered.
Character.
Yeah, character development.
Yeah.
Or they didn't really expand on it too much.
Yeah.
Because it happened so fast. They just really rushed through the plot points and then next big set piece.
Even they made they kind of built up these bad guys and they weren't even really bad.
Yeah, the head of Apex. They're kind of making this guy out to be like an Elon Musk kind of guy. I felt like he's he's making
an evil Elon Musk.
Yeah, like an evil.
Trying to make him.
But even he's not evil. He just wants. All right, spoiler alert. This is the biggest spoiler alert. Just so it reveals a new monster that is Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah.
So the motivation behind the president of Apex is to have some way to defend themselves against all the titans that have been showing up, like King Kong and Godzilla, because they come up and they wreck cities and kill thousands of people,
Hundreds
totally
of
devastate mankind. So he wants a means to defend the Earth from them by making a giant mecha Godzilla, which is cool. That's, I think, a good thing. He's not evil. I think that's a good move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they make him seem like he's evil because, since he's making a way to humanity defend themselves, he's pissed and he's making Godzilla angry, and Godzilla's hitting all the research factories where they're making parts for the Mecha Godzilla, and then that's why they're bad, because they're pissing off Godzilla, Yeah. And it was like, come on, I mean, he's good in the sense that if you don't piss him off, he won't kill you. It's not really it's a really shaky alliance.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think the motivations behind the bad guy is like I'm rooting for that guy if I'm a human.
And then his daughter is the other bad
And
guy.
then she's just the worst,
She's not even she's again, but there was no real story.
It's really though. Her whole arc is, I'm here to babysit you and eventually stab you in the back, and I see it from coming from a mile away. And I'm a super bitch, it's so predictable and not.
The writing was atrocious.
It was so bad. But again,
the character scripts aren't great, and they had a lot of good characters. It's just why even go with all those good characters if you're really not going to use them?
They spared no expense.
It could very easily be turned into a drinking game if you want to take a sip or whatever every time you predict what someone's gonna say.
Yeah, it was really. It was to go back to our other movies we reviewed. It was like Masters of the Universe bad. Yeah. It was maybe not as corny or cheesy because they're actually trying to be there, I think. Yeah. But the direct dialogue, I need to say this to carry this next scene. It was very, very.
I think you could you could get really drunk in a drinking game if you did every time the King Kong group, because they broke this up into two major groups. Yeah. If the King Kong group says home, take a drink, and take a drink over here on the Godzilla
if
side.
If you hear Apex.
Conspiracy.
Yeah, because the whole thing was the Apex conspiracy.
They say Apex.
Everything about the conspiracy. Yeah. I mean, literally.
Conspiracy.
Yeah, conspiracy. It was conspiracy. And I don't even think they had that much to go on. Yeah. And then suddenly they're in an underground facility that's supposed to be the underground. It's a secret entrance that sends them underground, and then it takes them to Star Wars. Literally.
Humankind developed so fast.
So fast. It goes from normal, it looks like the real world to Tron. Star Wars Tron. Everything's glowing.
I just want to say that they had a battle fleet there protecting the thing, and the battle fleet is just using regular weapons that we have today.
Yeah, that's true.
And then all of a sudden you get down into his laboratory and everyone has these futuristic guns and stuff.
Let me explain that. Yeah, because earlier in the film, when Godzilla and King Kong fight on the battleships and the destroyers and the carriers, those are just normal battleships. You know what I mean? It looks like reality.
Yeah.
Even though I highly doubt if a massive King Kong jumps from one ship to another, the force of him landing on it would just break it in half.
Yeah.
But I won't go
let it slide.
I'll let it slide because the two giant monsters fighting. So it's like, okay, it's a cool action scene.
They both at one point get up onto the aircraft carrier.
Yeah, and I think two of them are on this aircraft carrier holding their weight. And I'm like, nah, there's no way that would happen. But either way, cool shot though.
Yeah. Cool
shot. And like I said, the action sequences between Godzilla and Kong are awesome. And like it's probably some of the best
CGI.
Giant monster on monster fighting you're gonna find in cinema.
I think, the CGI in it
so
unreal.
Good. Yeah.
Unreal.
But that is a good point between like they have normal battleships transporting Kong, and then underneath the ground is just like lasers and anti-gravity propulsion systems like the UFOs have.
They couldn't just pick Kong up with one of those ships and just
I don't know. It was weird. It was jarring.
Yeah.
I know.
We just have to have this battle scene on the ships because it's going to look really cool.
It's going to look sick. And it does. it looks cool.
They were right.
They were, yeah. In the budget in this film, like I said, this was made for the big screen.
Yeah.
And the fight scenes and all the effects are just awesome.
Yeah.
Like we can get to the good part now. I mean, the final battle
in Kong, Godzilla, and they're fighting in.
And it's like the last half hour of the film is just fighting in Hong Kong, and Hong Kong is like looks like Blade Runner, cyberpunk. Everything's neon.
Yeah,
it's like dark out raining.
That's what it actually looks like.
It does. Yeah. Well, that looks cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, everything's neon lights.
Yeah.
You have Godzilla shooting the laser breath, and then Kong's doing awesome things with this axe that is awesome because he has a weapon. Like it was just a great battle sequence.
Yeah.
And then
Godzilla pretty much defeats him.
Yeah, Godzilla just kind of,
as you would expect,
kicks his ass, and then he's like and then the Mecha Godzilla shows up, and it's like round 2 fight, and then now they fight, and then King Kong gets up, and the battle scene is long.
It's a long battle.
It's like a half hour. I want to say at least 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That sequence in Hong Kong, and
they must have sunk so much money.
When we were watching the movie, it was like every frame just screamed money.
Yeah,
it was like
dollar signs flying.
Yeah, every time I was like, "This is epic," and I nerded out because it was like a young me that was really into monster films, like especially King Kong and all that stuff. I was like, this is like, we've arrived. Yeah. Like, this is what I've always wanted to see in the live action.
Young you would have loved
it's like, I was like, this is awesome. And it was awesome. It's pure eye candy. Exactly what you wanted in a big monster brawl. Yeah. It was good. I mean, again, this film, it delivers on the action in the fight scenes, in the effects. The effects are great.
That's where it differs from the Masters of the Universe. The effects.
For the time, Masters of the Universe had great effects.
Yeah, of course.
The story was better than this story.
I don't know.
What?
I feel like Masters of the Universe also didn't have much story.
Take a guess at what the budget was for this movie.
$100 million.
More than that.
150?
A little bit more.
200?
160.
170. 160. All right.
That's 60.
That's still...
$160 million budget. It is there.
You see it, yeah. I mean, well spent. I mean, if that's... It looks great.
Yeah.
I just wish the writing was a little bit better. The story was a little bit more...
I feel like it was a long movie, too, but it was just like a lot of filler.
It is like 2 hours. Yeah, I think like...
2 hours, and it's just like...
It could have been an hour and a half, easily.
Oh, yeah.
It really should have just been, okay, we're going to move Godzilla now. We're going to move Kong now. And then, Godzilla could have sensed whatever, somehow, that something was going on. And then, okay, battle scene.
Well, and then... just picked him up by airplane and brought him like they did anyway.
Or it could have been,
they just picked him
up by airplane. Yeah, they just ended up bringing him by helicopter.
Or they could have just taken the original idea and they're like, oh, we have to take this to a research facility in America. And then they're transporting Kong. And then Godzilla attacks them. And then they're close to the shore. and he escapes. They escape. That, and then like they fight eventually. Now you got Kong on the loose, and you see King Kong, just rampaging around, and then Godzilla comes back and rampages around, and they meet somewhere. Cut out the Middle Earth, the Hollow Earth theory stuff.
Yeah.
You would have saved a lot of time.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's cool. You get a little bit of a backstory behind King Kong, which is cool.
But all he does is just jump around on the rocks.
Yeah, he just.
It wasn't a lot.
It wasn't a lot there. Like story wise.
They put a little scene where he like fights a snake thing.
Yeah.
That's about it.
But I mean, you could have had
You
that.
could have just taken it out.
Yeah, you could have cut it. You could have cut a
movie.
lot of that out.
Alright.
Could have saved a bunch of money.
You could have went two ways. You could have either expanded on the story and made it make sense, and had it been like a 4-hour movie like Justice League.
You can't have that.
Or
That movie would have been like over $20 million.
Or you just shorten it and get to the
I think if they shortened the movie, it would have helped, because it's just all action at that point. It would have been like a King Kong versus Godzilla, like a John Wick style. Every fight, like it's all funny.
I think I said it earlier, but I do enjoy the fact that they didn't try to squeeze a love story in here. Obviously, any love story would have been weird.
I got worried for a second with Eileen and the doctor.
Oh, it's there. It's there a little bit.
But he kind of starts off as a douche, and then you're like, oh, he's gonna redeem himself, and she's gonna like him. I got worried, but then they didn't do it.
They didn't really go heavy into it, which was good.
Yeah.
But
Their adopted daughter.
It just, they wanted that Hollow Earth thing. They wanted the eye candy, because it looks cool. So they did. And I mean, the battle sequence between Godzilla, Mechagodzilla, and Kong were awesome. It's like when they team up and they're like working together and stuff.
And that part's kind of
awesome.
cool. Like the bad guys, like the bad guy who's not really a bad guy, puts together this thing using the skulls of Gamora,
King Ghidorah.
And the 3-headed lizard monster, and basically they basically put that into the one skull into the robot, and one skull as the chair that somebody would use to control it.
It was interesting. It was cool. It was a cool idea.
And then Gamora basically takes
rogue.
over himself.
Which was, I think it was because Godzilla's presence. That's like he wants to kill Godzilla.
Yeah.
So basically, the moral of the story, for everyone wondering, is that friendship is what matters in the end, because Godzilla and Kong help each other.
Yeah, and they
Home.
I will say this though, for the slight story things in this, and even between the previous installments of like Godzilla, King of Monsters, and then the original remake of the Godzilla, like Godzilla's facial features in this were hilarious.
He looks like a jack dude.
He just like
no neck.
They have this one after the battle scene on the tanker. I mean, they really characterize Kong pretty good because he's kind of like, he's likable, like he's cool, And then he kind of messes up Kong on the boats, and then they have this one cutaway scene when Godzilla's poking his head up out of the water, like, that's right, bitch.
There are so many close-up scenes of just Godzilla from like face up and just all neck.
Yeah, it looks like a bulldog.
He looks like a lizard Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah,
that's what he looks like.
I actually like
chunky.
it. I like the chunky Godzilla.
He's been eating some stuff in the water.
He looks like
he gained the quarantine 15.
Yeah. He looks like a bulldog type of thing going on. He looks cool. I think he's the best design of Godzilla.
Yeah,
I think. And
even better than Godzilla 2000.
Oh yeah.
That's a marvel.
Are you talking about the what's that guy? The guy from Ferris Bueller?
Yep.
Yeah. I forgot his name.
Yeah. Godzilla 2000 is a classic.
I do like the movie. I liked it.
I know it's not liked.
No, because it wasn't really like a Godzilla movie. It was like just a big monster movie that was very Americanized.
Yeah. Like
they tried to make it like an alien thing looking.
Yeah.
More accurate. I mean, the effects in that were cool. The story wasn't meh.
Oh, come on.
Is that from 2000?
Yes.
Oh, that's from the other one. That's from the Japanese one. I think just Godzilla. It was I don't know. Maybe it was just Godzilla. Godzilla 2000 is a separate film.
Oh, is it?
They had that one's the real Godzilla from the people that
It's
make
just
it.
so hard to tell because there's so many.
I think it's Toho, the people that produced the old, the Japanese studio, and they made a Godzilla 2000, which was pretty cool. I like that one too. I don't really remember it that much, but I remember liking it.
This movie though was good for the fight scene.
Oh yeah,
And the story wasn't there, but it has a feel good ending, and it's like that feel good.
the team up thing.
Yeah,
was cool. Yeah.
It had a very good the end.
And then once it ends, it's like that fight scene ends, the movie ends.
Yeah.
Like it's like literally like 2 minutes after that, it's like
They show a little thing of Kong in the sanctuary.
yeah, and it's just like done. Like they move fast. Like it's like they don't overstay their welcome.
Well, they put a lot of money.
They did. I mean, they gotta end this up.
All right, we're gonna re-clip in some scenes.
But yeah, like I just want to go back to the facial features of Godzilla. Like he's never been that expressive, but he's just comes across as a douche the whole time. Like yeah, that's right, bitch. Like you're just like that's right.
Yeah,
I'm the king of monsters. I'm
like
the
even
alpha.
at the end, he's like steps on him. He's like, "What?"
Yeah,
He's like Kong's like, "What?"
and then he drops King Kong drops
the axe.
the axe, and then Godzilla's like, "That's right," and he turns his back at him
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I can turn my back on you because you're no threat." You know, like he walks away like he's like they do bitch up King Kong a little bit because like they amp him up in the beginning, like King Kong bows to no one, and then it's like, watch the movie like he does later on. Like doesn't bow, but he gets his ass kicked.
Yeah.
But I mean, the first battle sequence on the like you're in the water. Godzilla got an edge.
Yeah.
And then on land, he also has an edge because
He can shoot lasers out of his
and
mouth.
he has like armored skin.
Yeah.
Like
And
tail.
that energy thing.
yeah, and the tail, the reach. He has reach. They're giving him an axe, even the playing field a little bit.
Let's just say his fire laser breath can shoot to the core of Earth. So it's like
yeah, let's talk about that real fast, right? Yeah, because we were watching the movie and then King Kong's in literally the hollow middle of the earth, right? And Godzilla wants to call him out because he can like sense his presence. So Godzilla literally shoots a fire beam through the planet to the center of the earth and has King Kong climb up and then go and fight him.
Yeah.
Right? And then like mid-battle scene, he shoots a laser beam at Mechagodzilla, and Mechagodzilla's beam like has a DBZ style battle and then Mechagodzilla wins the beam battle.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's like this fucking beam just went literally to the middle of the earth. Now there's a hole connecting like
Hong Kong has a giant hole to the middle of the
yeah, so it's like come on, there's nothing beating that. But it was just funny, I think, you know. Because he called that out while we were watching the movie. He's like, he just shot a beam to the middle of the earth, and then this Mechagodzilla has a stronger beam, and it's like, there's no way.
Makes no sense.
I will like it. It does have a fun like.
Oh no! It's
Saturday morning kind of feel to it.
It's fun, and like I said, it has like that like good feeling
at the ending. Yeah, I mean, all right, let's get to it. What would you rate it?
So we do this on 1 to 5 scales.
Yep.
In the action category, I'll give it a 4-1.
4-1. Yeah, I'd give it a 4-2. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, but overall movie.
Like, I enjoyed it.
Overall, I mean, for what it's supposed to be,
an
action movie, I guess that's what.
Like, here's the thing.
There's no story, but the fight scene is so good.
Yeah, it makes up.
It makes up for the. I just wish it was shorter.
Like, is it gonna have an Academy Award or should it? No.
No.
But for what it is,
it has rewatchability.
Oh yeah, I mean it's like the fight. It's good. Like it's a good for what it is. It does it great. Yeah, I'd give it a 4.
Yeah, I mean
I think it's fair.
It's an 8-2, right?
Yeah.
On a 10 scale, so and yours is 8-4.
Yeah.
I mean, for action movies and
especially the genre.
And if I'm looking back at like, Godzilla movies and King Kong movies that I've watched in the past, I haven't personally watched the last I think 2 Godzillas, But like before that, this one's definitely better.
I mean, this one for sure had the best battle scenes, but like I said, story-wise, the first reboot of Godzilla was a good story. They did a great job. Like, the whole movie was really good. I would say that's probably a better, like, all-around film.
Yeah.
But the fight scenes don't even come close.
Oh, I bet.
To King Kong versus
you can tell they just poured a lot.
Oh yeah, the fight scenes that is the best monster on monster fight
probably
scenes.
had every single nerd out there like, wow, like this movie was good, but I really wish that the fight scene was better.
I don't know. I mean, like I've read some, I've seen some reviews and stuff, and everyone's universally like, this movie did exactly what I wanted it to do.
No, I'm saying of the old Godzilla.
Oh, of the old, no. The old Godzilla, none of them had a good story.
Yeah.
Not the first one. Outside of the first Godzilla.
I'm saying the last one that you said was a good all around.
Oh yeah, the first one. Yeah.
So I'm saying.
Oh, and then everyone
was like, "Hey, we want to see more destruction."
Yeah,
okay?
that's what it was. Yeah. No, seriously, it was. And then the second one came out.
Yeah.
And the biggest complaint was, out of the two series of the new Godzilla movies, every fight scene it was nighttime, and every fight scene it was raining. So you could hide the effects.
Yeah.
So it looks more realistic and cool. Like if it's nighttime, you have the shadows. It doesn't look, you can hide a lot of the effects.
Yeah.
But then in this one, it's daytime. A lot of the fight scenes were in daytime, except for the last fight, which is again in nighttime. But I think it was cooler in nighttime with
because of all
the lights in the city, and it was bright. It was
really bright.
It was really bright.
And then the sun comes up as he's leaving.
Yeah. So I mean, they showed
him while it was.
Yeah, they weren't like I mean, that was the only big like nerd thing that people was up in arms about. But yeah, because all the old Godzilla movies are all daylight.
Yeah.
Because they were in a studio.
And they were made of clay.
No, that's a suit.
Oh yeah.
The original black and white one was a suit. They maybe had some claymation, but I think for the most part it was a suit.
The
King
TV
Kong
one? Wasn't that clay?
No, it was all a guy in a suit. Yeah. The King Kong, I think, was like the first main protagonist that's a claymation.
Ah.
So because he had like motions and stuff like that, which was really cool. I love the original King Kong.
But you heard it here. I mean, they got a good score.
Check it out. I'd recommend it if you're into this stuff. I'd recommend it.
It's a good movie to watch, and you'll appreciate it, especially if you like the game's Rampage,
or a game that we played a lot when we were kids. Was it War of Monsters?
Yep.
With the robots and same thing. It was
same
cool.
thing.
I think even one of the stages in that game
was an aircraft.
Carrier.
Yep.
So yeah.
So if you enjoyed those, you just want a little bit of nostalgia,
a little bit of a popcorn film and good action. Yeah. Throw it on. You'll like it.
We guarantee it.
No, we don't.
If you have watched it, and leave a comment in the thing below, and let us know what you think about it. And if you like our reviews, give us some thoughts on what you'd like us to review next.
Yep. We will listen. All right, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.